Hello, everybody. It's me, Tracy. I'm just on YouTube right now responding to something I saw. I started prepping not too long ago. So I went and asked a question on YouTube and found out something very surprising why there are very little or almost to no black preppers at all. And I've heard all kind of answers, socioeconomic answers that blacks don't support black businesses. I think basically why there are no black preppers is because of the fact that blacks don't understand that there might be an emergency here. We seem to trust the white society more than white people do. White people know themselves better than we do. So if the white man is prepping and he's standing there, he has 10 barrels on YouTube full of food, you put 20. White people know themselves better than anybody else. White people don't trust white people. White people don't trust the very same society they live in. You know what I mean? Black people are just sitting there saying, well, but they don't feel like there's anything wrong. But when you see the white man grabbing food and putting it in his closet, you grab some and put some in yours. If he's putting money aside, you put some of your money aside because he doesn't trust the same society he wants you to trust. But then they tell you to trust them. Oh, trust our court system, trust our police officers, trust this and trust that, trust our government. But yet the white man himself is putting barrels and barrels of food in his closet. It's something I just started not too long ago, especially if you have food stamps. If you have food stamps, take your time, buy your food for your babies, put your food aside, and then whatever's left, run to that Dollar Tree, because Dollar Tree don't sleep on Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree has canned goods, has oatmeal, things that can sit on the shelf for a long time and not go bad. Just seal it in a Ziploc bag. Could put a couple of bay leaves in to keep the boll weevils or buggies out or whatever. And you prep yourself. There's nothing wrong with prepping. It's not crazy. We don't know what's going to go on in society. I just happen to be online asking, how are blacks prepping? And I found out there are very little to no black preppers at all. It's something I just started doing. Another thing you can do is hit some of these food pantries out here. Go to your local church and just get a bag of free food. You don't have to put it in your closet with them. I'm embarrassed. Put a bag of food in your closet. Take that bag of food and put it in your prep closet. You don't need a big giant garage for a prep closet. You just need a shelf and you need a closet, like a closet, maybe the back of your kid's closet or something like that. I've got 3 cats and 3 dogs I have. And I know I have enough dog food that God forbid if something happens, my dogs at least will eat. You know what I mean? But I mean, I go anywhere. A Dollar Tree has, they got the little can for the little tuna fish crackers for $1. I buy about 3, 4 of those. Because if you're hungry and you want to eat something that has enough caloric intake to where to give you enough energy, they've got oatmeal, farina, they've got grits in some of the Dollar Trees. Just go in there and just take about $50 or $30, after you buy your food for your babies or whatever, and put that food aside. The reason why there are no black preppers, little to no, is because of the fact that white society doesn't trust white society. We trust white society. We shouldn't trust them. If they don't trust them, what gives you the right to trust them? What makes you think you can trust them? Because when things go down, who they always mess with first? They mess with us first. And we're always the ones in the street protesting and protesting and protesting. There's no reason. We don't have what the next protest. We don't have food. We don't have food. Give us food. No. Get your butt up and get your butt out there and get that food in your closet. Even if it's in the back of your baby's closet, just a little bit. Wrap it in a plastic bag in case of bugs or whatever, spiders or whatever. You don't want it over your food. If you got a dog, keep a couple of bags of dog food. They sell that too at the dollar store. They sell dog food and cat food at the dollar store. Little bags of it. You just get that for your dog or your cat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that you have food in case something goes wrong, people. I mean it. I mean, something's going to jump up. I can see it in the air. You can feel it in the air. Something's going wrong. That's why there are very little to no black preppers. Is because white society doesn't trust white society. And we do. And we shouldn't. Like I said, once I told a friend of mine, I said, do you realize that if you're on Section 8, they're paying your rent, right? She's like, yeah. I said, well, what do they call somebody who's crazy in the military? What did they call them at one time? They called them a Section 8. In other words, you have to be damn crazy to rely on somebody else to pay your rent. Because once that government program pulls back, you in the street. You know what I'm saying? So basically put a little something aside. You don't have to just prep with food. You can prep with money, prep with whatever. Just make sure you got enough to survival aside. And make sure you got enough water. Water, things like that. Toothpaste is not nothing. Well, I got enough toothpaste. No, toothpaste is not survival. Liquor is not survival. Beer is not survival. Seltzer is not survival. There's certain things you need to survive on. Like I know a lot of black people eat a lot of grits. I like grits myself. I like grits. I mean, I can eat a grit not every day, but I can eat grits like 2 or 3 times a week. Take a box of grits from the dollar store and keep 2 or 3 boxes in plastic inside your closet. Because if you get a bowl of grits and you eat that, shoot, in a can of whatever potted meat they got at the dollar store, even tuna fish or salmon. They got salmon at the dollar store. Salmon and grits is delicious. I know, I eat it. When you take salmon and grits, that's a meal. That's a meal. People, come on, wake up now. It's not that blacks are not prepping. Blacks don't feel the need to prep like whites do because they know whites better than whites do. I mean, white people who don't know black person better than you. If you're black, you know black person. If you white, you know white person. So when white society says something's wrong, you jump up. If you look online or you look on YouTube and you see a white woman with 10 barrels of food, you go prep 20 because she knows they're coming after her or something like that. She knows something's wrong. You know what I mean? And we're sitting back, oh, it's just a YouTube video. No, it's not. It's your warning sign. The Most High is going to warn you and let you know, hey, wake up and look what's going on. He don't want nothing happening to nobody that he loves. You know what I'm saying? So if you see a white woman with 10 barrels in her closet, you go put 15 in yours. So it's not that there are little or no black preppers, it's that we don't see the necessity, we don't see the immediate emergency to do so because we seem to trust white society more than white people do. That's all there is to it. There's no socioeconomic answer. There's no answer about, oh, it's because of the fact that black people have gang violence and they don't support black businesses. Supporting black businesses have nothing to do with nothing. We seem to trust that white society more than whites do. Whites don't trust white people, and they know who's in power. When Barack got in power, boy, I mean, I guess when the prepping really started then, because they didn't trust Barack. But Barack was cool, calm, and collected, but they still didn't like him. And I think he did a better job than Clinton, and I love a Clinton. He did a better job than Bill Clinton. Gas was the lowest it had ever been. I mean, healthcare was out there for everybody. Healthcare jobs opened up like crazy, and this was all under Obama. But they won't give Obama his credit at all. But they want to give it to Trump, especially if Trump get in office. And if you know there's a chance that Trump might get into office, you don't have no 20 barrels, you have 25 barrels. If there's 30 days in a month, you have at least 6 for each day. Especially if Trump gets in office, you know what to do, black people. Come on now, y'all, wake up. Come on, it's getting down to the wire. As far as the way this country is going, the way the Bible is going, everything is down to the wire. Don't sit there and sleep on it. The reason why there are no black preppers, again, is because of the fact that we seem to trust whites more than whites do. And white people, I understand, you know what I mean? I see the society, you live in the same society, you live in the same country I live on the same planet I live in. And I see it, but if it alarms me and I go, oh my God, like what's going on in Venezuela right now makes me go, oh my God. But I mean, white people probably going, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? If they're going, oh my God, we should be screaming louder. Because if it comes here, where's it going to hit first? It's going to hit Beverly Hills? No, it's going to hit the inner city neighborhoods first. So basically, black people, we do prep. We buy enough food in our house. I don't see no skinny black people. I see black people nice and thick. We eat good. And it's not all on government. We work hard. We eat good. We do what we have to do in society. We pay our taxes. We pay our bills and do things like that. And not a lot of us are living on the street. We don't like living on the street. Nobody, I mean, I've seen dogs fatter than some people I've seen. You know what I'm saying? And they owned by black people. So basically, just get together and get your stuff together. And get out there. And let me tell you something. Don't be afraid of a gun. You know what I mean? If it was a gang violence, if you down in the hood with Ray, you pick up that gun and you start shooting. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of a gun. Don't be afraid to practice with it. It's okay to shoot a gun, but don't shoot it at people. Practice, practice, practice. I've seen white kids pick up a gun and fire that shit, and every shot she hit bullseye. White kids do that. If our kids can do it, don't be. And I don't want my kids to touch a gun. Shit. You out your damn mind. Get your little Ray, little Twan, and get them out there in that field and get them shooting and learning how to use guns properly. Not just use the gun like fire like the kids in the hood. Fire the gun properly because it's going to jump up. When it jumps up, they're going to come after us first. You know that, people. That's all I got to say, family. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.